It is as simple as this to thread your needle. Done. Easy drop-in, jam-proof bobbin. Done. Select any one of the 16 built-in stitches simply by turning the jog dial either to the right or to the left. Once you have selected your desired stitch, the machine will tell you which presser foot you need to have on the machine for that particular stitch. It will also set up the ideal settings, so it sets up the stitch length and the stitch width. However, if you choose to have a different setting, you can change that simply by touching the plus button to increase the stitch length or the minus button to decrease the stitch length. This machine is so nice and easy to use. Here we have a start-stop button, so you can fill a bobbin without having to put your foot on the foot control. You can even sew without putting your foot on the foot control simply by using the start-stop button. This is a dream for when you are sewing buttonholes. Here we have the reverse to secure button, so you can fix your stitches at the beginning and end of a seam to stop the seam coming undone. Likewise, we have a fix button, which will also fix the seam at the beginning and at the end to stop it from coming undone. This is perfect for quilters. Needle up, needle down position, so you can lower or raise your needle without having to keep touching your flywheel. Sew at your own speed. Adjust the control according to your preference. This machine also has a little storage tray, and inside there you will find a pouch with all of the feet and essential accessories to use your machine. The storage tray can also be removed to create a free arm so that you can easily sew sleeves and also trouser legs. To drop the feed teeth of this machine for free motion quilting or for darning is really easy. You just reach around the back, slide the lever, and the feed teeth have now been dropped. Now I'm going to show you how to sew a quick straight seam, and to make it easier I have enabled the automatic reverse to secure function by pressing that button. Now I don't need to hold my threads at all because this machine has a jam-proof bobbin, which means that I don't need to hold the threads because nothing will jam. So off I go and I start to stitch, and the machine comes forward, then it goes back. And then when I get to the end, all I do is I press the reverse button and it will automatically stitch back 3 stitches, come forward 3 stitches, and all I have to do is lift the needle, lift the presser foot, take the work out from the machine, and now I can snip off those little loose threads at the beginning and at the end, because I don't have to worry that the seam will come undone because it has been beautifully finished off at the beginning and at the end. Let's sew a perfect buttonhole. We slip the button into the buttonhole foot, and then we are going to attach the foot to the machine and stitch. Here we have the buttonhole foot attached to the machine. The stitch has been selected, so all we have to do is press the start-stop button. So the machine will knot off the thread so the buttonhole doesn't come undone. We raise the needle, lift the foot, take the buttonhole out, trim the threads, and there we have one perfect buttonhole, all complete. Now if I want to make 1 or 101, they will all be identical to each other. Here I've even stitched my button on simply by dropping the feed teeth, selecting the correct stitch, and then knotting off at the end with the fix button. So all I do is take my button out of the machine, snip off the loose threads, and because they are knotted off at the back, I don't even have to worry about my button falling off. Stitch perfectly straight pucker-free seams on fine fabric like your georgettes and your chiffons and your satins using the needle to the left function. Stitch lycra and not be worried that your seam is going to go snap, crackle and pop by using the stem stitch. Stitch through denim with absolute ease, and here I've done a beautiful top stitch using stitch number 10. Likewise, I've done a beautiful top stitch on a imitation leather also using stitch number 10. So this just shows you that the machine can stitch from the finest, sheerest fabrics through to the thick, heavy fabrics with absolute ease.